I'm Michelle with 2 L's.
And I'm Natalie the Red.
And we are Force of Light Entertainment. And today we're back for another first time watching reaction. Yes, today we're here to watch a movie that neither one of us have seen. We figured we would venture out and watch. We watched our first Alfred Hitchcock movie last year with Psycho, and we thought it was time to maybe return. He's such a legend in Hollywood.
Right.
We thought maybe we'd watch a few more of his movies. So today we're going to be watching Rear Window. Obviously, we've never seen this. I know that this movie led to television shows, movies, kind of copying, I guess, kind of the way he does this movie in a way.
Right.
But I've never actually watched this movie. So I don't know if I've ever seen a movie with Grace Kelly in it.
We're kind of Hitchcock newbies, aside from Psycho.
We are, but I did appreciate Psycho. So I'll be interested to see some of his other stuff. But before we get started, we are on our way. We are getting closer and closer to 50,000 subscribers. So before we get going, if you would hit that subscribe button, also give this video a thumbs up and ring the notification bell. But without any further ado, let's check out Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window.
For the full unedited reaction, become a member of Force of Light Entertainment's Patreon. The Patreon you should be on every single day.
I think this is only the second movie I've ever seen with James Stewart.
Yeah. What else was he on?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
It's a window. We're like, the shades are going off.
Okay, now we're starting.
Oh. I feel like he liked to put cats in movies. You guys let me know if that was the thing with Alfred Hitchcock.
If so, I approve.
Ooh. A little risque for the time.
I know.
I didn't know they had electric razors back then.
Who knew?
Getting rid of that cat.
Who said I was getting rid of it?
7 weeks from the day you broke your leg. Yes or no?
How did you ever get to be such a big editor?
Rift, industry, and hard work. Did I get the wrong day?
No. Next Wednesday, I emerge from this plaster cocoon.
Well, I guess I can't be lucky every day. Yet I call.
Yeah, I sure feel sorry for you, Gunnison.
That 1 week is going to cost me my best photographer. And you a big assignment.
Where?
Kashmir. Got a code tip from the bureau chief this morning. Place is about to go up in smoke.
Did I tell you that's the next place to watch?
You did.
Okay, when do I leave?
She is really getting it over there.
He's got a show whenever he wants one.
Stop sounding stuffy.
You're too valuable to the magazine for us to play around with.
I get myself half killed for you by stealing my assignments.
I didn't ask you to stand in the middle of that automobile racetrack.
Something dramatically different.
Bye, John.
You've got to get me out of here. 6 weeks sitting in a 2-room apartment. If you don't pull me out of this, I'm going to do something drastic. I'm going to get married, and then I'll never be able to go anywhere.
Before you turn into a lonesome and bitter old man. Call you later, Jack.
Yeah, have some good news next time, huh?
Oh, it goes all the way up. Oh, wow.
Man.
I thought it was just on his leg.
It's quite the cast.
That cast is horrible.
Good morning. I wouldn't dig so deep if I were you. Far too much water.
Why don't you shut up?
New York state sentence for a peeping Tom is 6 months in the workhouse.
Oh, hello, Scott.
We become a race of peeping Toms. How's that for a bit of homespun philosophy? Well, I only quote from the best. See if you can break 100. I should have been a gypsy fortune teller. I got a nose for trouble. You heard of that market crash in 29? I predicted that.
Oh, yes, how did you do that stuff?
I was nursing a director of General Motors. Kidney ailment, they said. Nerves, I said.
She's his nurse.
First you smash your leg, get to looking out the window. I can see you in court now, surrounded by a bunch of lawyers in double-breasted suits. It's only a little bit of innocent fun. I love my neighbors like a father. Just given birth to 3 years in Dannemora.
Right now, I'd welcome trouble.
You got a hormone deficiency.
How can you tell from a thermometer?
Haven't raised your temperature 1 degree in a month.
I mean, I understand like the peeping Tom situation, but if he's just like at his house and looking out the window, I don't,
What's the big problem?
I don't feel like he's like up to no good.
He's got to pass the time somehow.
Yeah.
Do you ever heat that stuff?
Gives your circulation something to fight. What kind of...
Lisa Fremont.
You kidding? She's a beautiful young girl, and you're a reasonably healthy young man.
She expects me to marry her.
That's normal.
I don't want to.
It's abnormal.
I'm not ready for marriage.
When the right girl comes along. Lisa Fremont is the right girl.
She's all right.
Did you have a fight?
No.
It's happened before, you know. Some of the world's happiest marriages started under the gun, as you might say.
No, she's just not the girl for me.
Yeah, she's only perfect.
She's too everything but what I want.
What you want, something you can discuss.
Belongs to that rarefied, expensive restaurants.
People with sense belong wherever they're put.
If she was only ordinary.
You never gonna get married?
When I do, it's going to be to someone who thinks of life not just...
Can't help but pay attention to the body types back then.
I know, it's so
You just
different.
wouldn't see an actor like that now.
willing to go anywhere and do anything. So the honest thing for me to do is just call the whole thing off.
I can hear you now. Get out of my life, you perfectly wonderful woman. You're too good for me. I'm not an educated woman, but I can tell you one thing. When a man and a woman see each other and go to come together, wham, not sit around analyzing each other like two specimens in a bottle.
There's an intelligent way to approach marriage.
Nothing has caused the human race so much trouble.
Now, we've progressed emotionally.
Once it was see somebody, get excited, get married. You can't tell the difference petting party and a civil service exam.
People have different emotional levels.
We are still maladjusted misfits, and we have loved every minute of it.
Well, that's fine, Stella. Now, would you fix me a sandwich, please?
And I'll spread a little common sense on the bread. I got 2 words of advice for you. Marry her.
She pay you much?
Oh,
She's protecting her face. He has some interesting neighbors.
he does. There's a lot going on.
Does no one shut their window in this place? Finally.
Window shopper.
That's Grace Kelly, isn't it?
Yeah.
How's your leg?
Hurts a little.
I'm guessing that's the perfect girl.
I would think so.
Do you love life?
Not too active.
Anything else bothering you?
Mm-hmm. Who are you?
Oh.
Reading from top to bottom. Lisa, Carol, Fremont.
Is this the Lisa Fremont who never wears the same dress twice?
Only because it's expected of her. Right off the Paris plane. You think it'll sell?
The airplane ticket over, and they ought to list that dress on the stock exchange.
Sell a dozen a day in this price range.
Who buys them? Tax collectors?
Even if I had to pay, it would be worth it.
Big going on somewhere?
Going on right here. The last depressing week of L.B. Jeffries in a cast. You know, the cigarette box has seen better days.
Oh, I picked that up in Shanghai, which has also seen better days.
It's too ornate. I'm sending up a plain, flat silver one with just your initials engraved.
Oh, that's no way to spend your hard-earned money.
Well, I wanted to. Oh! What would you think of starting off with dinner at 21?
Will you have perhaps an ambulance downstairs?
Ah, better than that. 21. Thank you for waiting, Carl. The kitchen's right there on the left.
I'm like, this is the girl he wants to dump. She doesn't seem bad.
Just put everything in the oven, Carl, on low. Let's open the wine now.
All right.
Some more rachet.
Great big glass full. The corkscrew right over there.
Big enough?
Yeah, I want to get this thing off and get moving.
Well, I'm going to make this a week you'll never forget.
Ooh.
All right, thanks.
This will take care of the taxi as well.
Have a pleasant dinner, Mr. Jeffries.
What a day I've had.
What, you tired?
Oh, I was all morning in a sales meeting. Quick drink with Madame Dufresne. Was just over from Paris with some spy report. Go to 21 and have lunch with the Harper's Bazaar people. Then I had 2 fall showings 20 blocks apart. Slim Haywood for trying to get his new show. Someday you may want to open up a studio of your own here.
How would I run it from, say, Pakistan?
Isn't it time you came home? Pick your assignment.
Well, I wish there was one I wanted. You mean leave the magazine?
Yes.
For what?
For yourself and me. I could get you a dozen assignments tomorrow. Fashions, portraits. When I don't laugh, I could do it.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. Can you see me driving down to the fashion salon in a Jeep, wearing combat boots and a 3-day beard? Wouldn't that make a hit?
But I could see you looking very handsome.
Let's stop talking nonsense, shall we?
Guess I'd better start setting up for dinner.
He's kind of a miserable man. Doesn't seem to enjoy much.
Right.
I mean, I know he's miserable with the situation, but...
I love that people are like dressed up like this for dinner.
Yeah, at home, yeah. like, if this is pre-AC, then I can understand the windows being open as much as they are. If not, I don't understand.
Oh, she's like pretending to have a date. Aw.
This is sad.
This is really sad.
This brings him amusement. Bless it. Like, this woman's pretending to date. He's got this lovely woman in his house and he's miserable.
Yeah,
he
and
doesn't,
doesn't
appreciate
care.
it. And she's done all this stuff for him. He cheered her. He toasted her. Now I just feel bad for this woman.
No, it's sad.
I like that little touch, though, in the movie. Just all the different walks of life.
Yeah.
My apartment from here all the way up on 63rd Street.
Oh, not exactly, but we have a little apartment here that's probably about as popular as yours. The ballet dancer.
Miss Torso.
With her pick of the drones.
So she's doing a woman's hardest job, juggling wolves.
Oh, she picked the most prosperous looking one.
Or any of them.
How can you tell that from here?
You said it resembled my apartment, didn't you?
I'm like, is she sick?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
It's kind of rude. Now she's getting up. He's really invested.
Where's that wonderful music coming from?
Oh, some songwriter over there in the studio apartment. He lives alone. Probably had a very unhappy marriage.
Gosh, yes, he hates marriage. He's trying to give her a hint.
Wonder he's having so much trouble with it.
At least you can't say the dinner isn't right.
Lisa, it's perfect. As always.
He's like, which bores me.
There can't be that much difference between people and the way they live, drink, laugh, wear clothes.
Well, now look.
If you're saying all this because you don't want to tell me the truth, because you're hiding something from me, then maybe I can understand.
I'm not hiding anything.
It doesn't make sense. One person couldn't live in both places just as easily.
If you just let me
What is
explain
it but
to you.
traveling from one place to another taking pictures?
Okay, now that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Let me give you my
It's ridiculous to say that it can only be done by a special private little group of anointed people.
I made a simple statement. I can back it up if you just shut up for a
Your
minute.
opinion is as rude as your manner. I don't think I care to hear it.
Tell him.
According to you, people should be born, live, and die on the same spot.
Shut up!
She's like,
Fish head and rice.
Of course not.
Of course not. Did you ever try to keep warm on a C-54 at 15,000 feet?
Oh, I do it all the time.
You ever get shot at? Did you ever get run over? Has somebody got unfavorable publicity from your camera? Those high heels, they'll be great in the jungle. 6-ounce lingerie.
3.
All right, it's 3.
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's how to wear the proper clothes.
Well, try and find a raincoat in Brazil, even when it isn't raining. And sometimes the food that you eat is made from things that you couldn't even look at when they're alive.
Don't have to be deliberately repulsive just to impress me I'm wrong.
You just have to face it, Lisa. You're not meant for that kind of a life.
You're too stubborn to argue with.
I'm not truthful. Now, wait a minute. If you want to get vicious on this, I'd be very happy to accommodate.
I don't think that was that vicious.
So that's it. You won't stay here, and I can't go with you.
It would be the wrong thing.
You don't think either one of us could ever change?
Right now, it doesn't seem so.
I'm like, dude, you're getting older. Like, how about we not keep this lifestyle up?
Just like to be part of it somehow.
Just let her be part of it, dude.
Deflating to find out the only way I can be part of it is take out a subscription to your magazine. I guess I'm not the girl I thought I was.
No, there's nothing wrong with you, Lisa. You've got this town in the palm of your hand.
Not quite, it seems. Goodbye, Jeff.
Well, you mean good night.
I mean what I say.
She meant what she said.
Couldn't we keep things status quo?
No!
Without any future.
Well, when am I going to see you again?
Not for a long time. Not until tomorrow night.
He basically gave her all the reasons they can't work, why he's gonna break up with her, but he's like, no, let's not break up.
Yeah, right. He's that tough.
That's the he wants his cake and to eat it too. We'll see if he has a change by the end of this movie. I mean, how do you tell Grace Kelly no?
Right?
He is really invested.
This is his first love, is the window watching, obviously.
Why did they do
Yeah,
that?
why did these people sleep like this?
I guess it's cooler. I just
Oh,
wouldn't feel that
yeah.
safe, but this brings them so much joy. He has timed this man. Guessing he's had one too many. He's gonna play that piano though. Oh. That brought him joy. What's this guy doing at 3 in the morning?
He's up to no good, clearly.
Well, what's that supposed to be, ma'am?
It's called hunger.
That woman. This dog.
Yeah. That's how she lives in the house.
Had to go to the restroom, I guess. It's creative.
It is.
No, Miss Torso, for example.
You keep your mind off her.
Drink and be merry, girl.
Yeah, she'll wind up fat, alcoholic, and miserable.
Dang.
Isn't there anybody in the neighborhood could cast an eye in her direction?
It might be that the salesman.
Oh, him and his wife splitting up?
I figured. He went out several times last. What would he be selling at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Luminous dials for watches.
I don't think so. Sometimes it's worse to stay than it is to run.
How about this morning? Any further developments?
The shades are all drawn in the apartment.
In this heat? Well, they're up now.
Oh, man.
Get back.
Oh, where do you want me to go? What is it?
Get up. The salesman's looking out of his window, you see?
I'm not shy. I've been looked at before.
No ordinary look. It's a kind of a look a man gives when he's afraid somebody might be watching him.
Oh.
That is,
Oh, wow.
that is that look, for sure.
That was intense.
That's the look.
Goodbye, Mr. Jeffrey. See you tomorrow.
Cleaning the suitcase.
Where's the woman?
Don't sleep in that chair again. Great conversationalist.
He really is.
Take those binoculars out of the case and bring them here, will you?
It's getting serious. He just upped the game.
I feel like pants where sometimes there's like at the waist and then there's like above the waist. I feel like they were like above the waist sometimes back then.
Oh, definitely.
Like men's pants, like they were so high rise.
Definitely. What has he got now? Oh, it's got his camera. He is serious.
He's in it now.
He might as well just become a PI and live in New York the rest of his life because he really enjoys this. Oh,
It's a mighty big knife.
it was 2, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that's beyond a knife. So where's the woman?
Yes. She has not made an appearance today.
From bed. They're back out.
Toto's going back up.
Oh, she's back.
Does a girl have to go before you notice her?
Well, if she's pretty enough, she doesn't have to go anywhere.
Pay attention to me.
I'm not exactly on the other side of the room, you know.
Your mind is. What man I want hold of you.
Don't you ever have any problems?
I have one now.
So do I. Why would a man leave his apartment 3 times?
It's a good question.
That's the way his wife welcomes him
Oh,
home.
no. Why didn't he go to work today?
Homework. It's more interesting.
What's interesting about a butcher knife?
Nothing, thank heaven.
There's something terribly wrong.
Afraid it's with me.
What do you think?
Something too frightful to utter.
I love how she just always poses whenever she sits.
That's why she's Grace Kelly.
It's like always perfection.
Yeah.
That'd be a terrible job to tackle. Just how would you start to cut up a human body?
Jeff, I'll be honest with you. Beginning to scare me. Jeff, did you hear what I said? You're beginning to scare.
Shh. He's coming back.
What's he got now? A rope?
Yeah. Of course, that stays closed now.
Yeah. What is he doing?
Sitting around looking out of the window to kill time. Wild opinions about every little thing you see is...
The way they word things.
If you don't stop it, I'm getting out of here. What is it you're looking for?
I just want to find out what's the matter with
He's like, I just want to look.
What makes you think there's something the matter with
a
her?
lot of things. That she demands constant care.
Maybe she does.
Where's the doctor? Where's the undertaker?
She could be sleeping under sedatives in there now. There's nothing to see.
I've seen bickering and family quarrels, but now since last evening, not a sign of the wife. Where is she?
Maybe he's leaving his wife. I don't know. I don't care. Lots of wives nag and men hate them and trouble starts. You could see all that he... And he walked along the corridor in the street in the backyard. That he wouldn't pull the shades down and hide behind them. A murderer would never...
But he hasn't. Well, I guess the knife.
Yeah.
Oh, no comment.
I'm gonna laugh if she gets really invested.
I think she's stepping into his world.
Okay, look at the mattress. Did you see the mattress?
No.
It
what
was
on
like folded up, like no one's there
Oh,
anymore.
The plot thickens. It's definitely super suspect now.
Now they're in it together. Now what's he doing in the dark?
The name on the second floor, rear mailbox, and Mrs. Laws.
What's the number of the apartment?
125 West 9th Street. Okay, Chief, what's my next assignment?
Just go home. He's just sitting in the living room. Hasn't gone near the bedroom. I know. You go home and get some sleep, huh?
Just smoking in the dark.
You just see just the little spark.
I can't tell you over the telephone report at all. It's just a little neighborhood murder. As a matter of fact, I did say murder.
Just a little neighborhood murder.
I'm not working.
What?
Happens to be my day off.
Okay, Doc. All right. As soon as you can. Ah, bless your heart, Stella. No wonder your husband still loves you.
You called the police.
Well, not exactly.
Now she's in it.
Just where do you suppose he cut her up? The bathtub. That's the only place where he could have washed away the blood.
That's true. That'd
Good thinking.
be such a mess in a bedroom. I mean,
Right.
practically speaking. This woman,
She's always dancing.
like, she's just an expeditionist. She's just like, hey,
and dancing in her underwear.
Yeah. It's the married couple.
Look, Mr. Jeffries.
Now we're going to lose it, Doc.
Gonna get the name off that freight truck.
I'll keep an eye on the alley. Long distance.
How does he know it's long distance?
I guess the amount he
Right.
did the
That's what I was
spinning
just
thing,
thinking.
maybe.
Yeah, because they did it like a funky way.
Yeah, the. Dang it.
Didn't see the killing or the body. How do you know there was a murder?
Because everything this fella's done has been suspicious.
I admit it all has a mysterious sound.
Now, Doyle, don't tell me he's an unemployed magician.
Too obvious and stupid way to commit murder. Flew people 50 windows.
All right, officer, do your duty. Go over and pick him up.
Committed murder so shrewdly it's taken 100 trained police minds to catch them. He's still sitting around the apartment. That man's not panicked.
You think I made all this up?
You saw something, there's probably a very simple explanation for it.
For instance, his wife was sick in bed.
I won't report this to the department. Let me poke into it a little on my own. No sense in your getting a lot of ridiculous publicity.
Thank you.
We know the wife is gone, so I'll see if I can find out where. Had any headaches lately?
Not until you showed up.
Be around.
He's gonna chop up that dog next.
I sure hope not.
The dog better watch out.
Get along.
He was like, go play in the street. That's kind of what that seemed like.
It's a 6 months lease. Used up a little more than 5.5 months of it. Quiet, drinks, but not to drunkenness. None of his neighbors get close to him or his wife.
I think they missed their chance with her.
She never left the apartment.
Where is she?
Till
The
yesterday
icebox?
morning.
What time?
6 a.m.
I think it's about the time I fell asleep.
You a little foolish?
No, not yet.
Just every day.
How's your wife?
Oh, she's fine.
Who said they left then?
Who left where?
The Thorwalds at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Flat statements, no hesitation. They jive to the letter. Thorwald's on their way to the railroad station.
How could anybody possibly guess that?
The superintendent met Thorwald on his way back. Thorwald told him that he'd put his wife on a train to the country.
Well, what good's his information? Now, did anybody see the wife get on the train?
This all started because you said she was murdered. Now, did anyone, including you, actually see her murdered?
Are you interested in solving this case or in making me look foolish?
Well, if possible, both.
Well, there and search Thorwald's apartment. Does he have a courtesy card from the police department or something?
Now, don't get me mad. Not even a detective can walk into an apartment and search it.
What, if you find something, if you don't find anything, the fellow's clear.
I'd like to remind you of the Constitution. The phrase, search warrant. I have a friend who's an amateur sleuth.
You know, by tomorrow morning, there may not be any evidence left.
A detective's nightmare.
What do you need before you can search?
One thing I don't need is heckling. We ever stand each other in that plane for 3 years during the war?
Oh, forget about the story. Find the trunk. Mrs. Thorwald's in it.
Postcard in Thorwald's mailbox. It was mailed 3:30 yesterday afternoon from Merritt's. Message went, arrived okay, already feeling better.
Is that who I think it is?
Mrs. Thorwald. Anything you need, Jeff?
Might send me a good detective.
That cast just gets out like, look, just enough for some toes to come out. The dog.
More ballet, huh?
She's devoted to her craft.
She really is. You got to give her that.
She gonna find her a man.
Or several.
No, I'm saying the woman in the green.
Oh, yeah.
I think she just wants one.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's the killer.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Doyle.
Yes.
This is Jeff again. Has Tom come in yet?
Not yes, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is, Tess.
I'll have him call the moment I hear from him.
No, don't bother to do that. Just have him get over here as soon as he can.
Starwall.
No, he'll know. And Thorwald's a man, Tess. Don't worry.
Good night, you idiot.
She said, "Good night, you idiot."
Dang.
My gosh, the way people address people in this movie.
That was cold.
But she said it
She
like,
said it so pleasantly.
she's like, "All right, you idiot."
Long distance again.
Hello.
What'd you do to your hair?
Well, I just
Here, take a look at Thorwald. He's getting...
He's already moved.
Doesn't seem to be in any hurry.
That alligator handbag
What
wife had
about
on the
it?
bedpost. He had it hidden in the dresser. At least it was there. He had his wife's jewelry in the handbag. She volunteered plenty, but I never saw him ask her for any.
I wonder where he's going. Suppose he doesn't come back again.
Oh, he'll be back. His things are still there.
Well, I guess it's safe to put on some lights
Well,
now.
not yet. Okay, you can turn it on now. He must have gone someplace to the right.
All day long, I've been trying to keep my mind on my work. Did you hear from him again since he left?
Not a word. He said he was going to check the railroad station, the trunk. Must be still at it. Was something on your mind?
It doesn't make sense to me.
What does?
Women aren't that unpredictable.
Well, I can't guess what you're thinking.
A woman has a favorite handbag, goes away on a trip and leaves it behind. Why?
Because she didn't know she was going on a trip. And
But only her husband would know that. And that jewelry. Women don't keep their jewelry in a purse, and they don't leave it behind either.
Facts.
I love her look, too. It's so fun.
Well, what about the witnesses?
We'll agree they saw a woman, but she was not Mrs. Thorwald. That is, not yet.
Is that so? Come here.
He's reevaluating his feelings.
He doesn't sound like much of a detective.
He's a steady worker. I sure wish you'd show up.
We are all night. I'm going to stay with you.
Well, you'll have to clear that with my land.
The whole weekend off. You said I'll have to live out of one suitcase. I bet yours isn't this small.
This is a suitcase?
Ample enough.
Looks like you packed in a hurry.
I'll trade you my feminine intuition for a bed for the night.
I'll go along with that.
Is that song again? Where does a man get inspiration to write a song like that?
Well, he gets it from the landlady once a month.
What is that?
I think you know.
You have a great talent for creating difficult situations. Staying here all night uninvited.
You're not up on your private eye literature. When they're in trouble, it's always their girl Friday who gets them out of it.
But he never ends up marrying.
Weird. Why don't I slip into something more comfortable?
By all means.
The kitchen and make us some coffee.
Yes.
Hi.
Wow, it's a whole party going on.
It's a rather cramped space.
What else have you got on this man, Thorwald?
We show up in time and we lose him. He's got everything he owns laid out over there in the bedroom, waiting to be packed.
I'm just warming some brandy. Mr. Doyle, I presume?
Tom, this is Miss Lisa Fremont.
We think Thorwald's guilty.
Careful, Tom. Hello.
Lieutenant Doyle.
Yeah, he's right here.
All right, I see, thank you.
Coffee will be ready soon. Jeff, aren't you going to tell him about the jewelry?
He's got his wife's jewelry hidden in his
You
cloak.
sure it belonged to his wife?
It was in her favorite handbag.
It was not Mrs. Thorwald.
Well, it's simply that women don't leave their jewelry behind when they go on a trip.
What? Come on, Tom. Now, you don't really need any of this information, do you?
Matter of fact, I don't. Lars Thorwald is no more a murderer than I am.
So
Explain.
you can explain everything that's gone on over there?
No, neither can you. People do a lot of things in private they couldn't possibly explain it.
What about the knife and the saw?
How many people did you cut up with? All of the couple of hundred knives you probably own in your lifetime.
You can't ignore the wife disappearing and the trunk and the jewelry.
I checked the railroad station, bought a ticket. 10 minutes later, he put his wife on a train.
That might have been a woman, but it couldn't have been Mrs. Thorwald.
I don't know how many wasted years I've spent tracking down leads.
I take it you didn't find the trunk.
Half hour after I left.
I suppose it's normal for a man to tie up a trunk with heavy rope.
Well, and what did you find inside the trunk?
Mrs. Thorwald's clothes. I sent them on their merry and legal way.
I would say it looked as if she wasn't coming back.
Lord, I'll tell you why I didn't tell his landlord, because he was hiding something.
Do you tell your landlord everything?
I told you to be careful, Tom.
I've been careful piling that reconnaissance plane during the war. Forget all about this.
You mean you're through with the case?
There's no case to be through with, Miss Fremont. How about that drink?
I thought it, oh, I guess coffee. I was like, I think it's in your hand.
Maybe I better get home and get some sleep.
Nice.
Oh, Jeff, if you need any more help, consult the yellow pages in your telephone directory.
Love funny exit lines.
Who was that trunk addressed to?
Mrs. Anna Thorwald.
Well, then let's wait and find out who picks it up.
Oh, the telephone call. Gave them your number. Hope you don't mind. They reported the trunk was just picked up by Mrs. Anna Thorwald.
Oh, found herself a date.
He's kind of young, isn't he?
Wowzers.
Oh,
Okay, she wasn't into all that. This poor lady.
I know. I need this woman to find
She's really going through it.
some happiness.
He might have gotten a hold of something. Do you suppose it's ethical, even if you prove that he didn't commit a crime?
Jeff, you know, if someone came in here, they wouldn't believe with it. We're two of the most frightening ghouls I've ever known. Whatever happened to that old saying, love thy neighbor?
You know, I think I'll start reviving that tomorrow.
Show's over for tonight. Preview of coming attractions. Mr. Doyle, I think I stole this case.
I don't think he did.
What do you think?
Well,
I will rephrase the question.
Looking nice. Not the dog.
Oh, what happened?
It fell.
Dead. It's been strangled. The neck is broken.
Oh, goodness. Oh, man, that took a dark turn.
Didn't see that one coming.
You don't know the meaning of the word neighbor. Care if anybody lives or dies. The only thing in this whole neighborhood who liked anybody. Did you kill him because he liked you?
I mean, now I need to figure out who strangled a dog.
I mean, we have a dog murder on our hands, and it needs to be solved.
I mean, I think most serial killers start with animals, so, you know.
Not looking good.
it had me convinced I was wrong.
But you're not.
Look, in the whole courtyard, only one person didn't come to the window.
Oh my gosh, what a creep.
Why would Thorwald want to kill a little dog? Because it knew too much?
Do you think this is worth waiting all day to see? He's washing down the bathroom wall.
Must have splattered a lot of children in there. He has to clean up those stains before he leaves.
These are back there on that shelf. Now, these are about 2 weeks old. There's something, and if I'm right, I think I've solved a murder. The dog. Here now. Now you take a look and tell me what you see. Now take it down. Now look again.
It's just a picture of the backyard,
Dear,
that's all.
one important change. Those flowers in Thorwald's pet flower bed. Now look at those flowers. Yellow zinnias in this end aren't as tall as they were. Now, since when do flowers grow shorter in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You haven't spent much time around cemeteries, have you? Mr. Thorwald could scarcely put his wife's body plot of ground about 1 foot square. Wouldn't need a knife and saw.
There's something in there, though. Those flowers have been taken out and put back in.
Let's wait till it gets a little darker.
Dig anything up and get your neck broken.
He's packing.
Get me a pencil. Note paper.
I don't think I'd be right across the window for this.
Right.
Look out, Lisa. He's coming.
You never should have let her do it if he ever...
Look.
Oh, thank heaven that's so.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. He's leaving. You just question when. As long as you tell me what you're looking at.
I wonder. Miss Lonely Hearts just laid out something that looks like rhodium triagonal capsule.
Or does she have enough of them to...
Well, make the rest easier.
Wasn't that close?
Well, it wasn't the kind of an expression that would get him a quick loan at the bank.
Jeff, the handbag.
Suppose Mrs. Thorwald's wedding ring is among the jewelry he has in that handbag.
The last thing she would leave behind would be a wedding ring. Stella, do you ever leave yours at home?
The way anybody could get that ring would be to chop off my finger.
Might have done that.
And find out what's buried in the garden. Base.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Jeff, if you're squeamish, just don't look.
Might just have something there.
Now, just hold on. Here, take this.
What for?
27099. We scared him once. Maybe we can scare him again. Well, I guess I'm using that word "we" a little freely. You were taking all the chances.
I'm like, maybe go check on her too.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that a minute ago. Like, is somebody gonna follow up on that?
Go on, pick it up, Thorwald. Hello? Did you get my note? Meet me in the bar at the Albert Hotel. Do it right away. To settle the estate of your late wife.
I don't know what you mean.
Come on, quit stalling, Thorwald, or I'll hang up and call the police.
Come on, Stella, let's go.
One of you keep an eye on this window. If I see him coming back, I'll signal with a flashbulb.
What's going to be under there?
I like how she still has her heels on.
Is the door, is it?
Selby Jeffries speaking. I'm a friend of Mr. Doyle. Who's this?
This is a babysitter.
If he calls in, would you have him get in touch with L.B. Jeffries right away? I might have quite a surprise for him. Stella was wrong about Miss Lonely Hearts.
Are they ever going to find anything?
Lisa, what are you doing?
Now we're breaking and entering.
Lisa is going for it.
Lisa.
Oh, girl. Whew.
Lisa wants this a little too bad.
Surely he'll fall in love after all her efforts. She's just so happy to.
Come on, get out of there.
Ring Thorwald's phone the second you see him come back.
I'll ring it right now.
Oh, no, give her another minute. Miss Lonely Hearts. Oh, call the police.
Yeah, okay, finally. Go knock on the door.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeffries, the music stopped her.
Oh, gosh.
Please. A man is assaulting a woman at 125 West 9th Street. Chelsea 25598. Oh, no.
Oh.
Stella, what do we do?
Oh, here they come.
That's close.
This police were fast.
Yeah, they were.
What's she trying to do? Why don't she turn him in?
She's a smart girl. Look, the wedding ring.
Oh.
He's on to him now. I'm like, what is going on?
Well, unless he's dumber than I think he is, he won't wait until his lease is up.
Get my billfold out of the drawer on the table there. $27.
Well, how much do you need?
250.
Ten.
Here, take this.
When most cops see Lee's, they'll even.
Jeffries?
All right, what is it now?
I've got something really big for you. Liz is in jail. She got arrested.
I told
I know you told me. Like Mrs. Thorwald's wedding ring. That's like what? If that woman was alive, she'd be wearing that ring, right? A possibility, it's a fact. All those trips at night with that metal suitcase. He wasn't taking out his possessions because his possessions are still up in the apartment. If he called his wife long distance on the day she left, why did she write a card to him saying that she'd arrived in Marysville? This fella knows he's being watched. You're not gonna wait around forever. Hurry up.
If that ring checks out, we'll give him an escort. So long, Jeff.
So long.
Where is he?
Tom, I think Thorwald's left. I don't see... Hello?
Is that him? What if he blinds him and he goes out the window? He goes out the rear window. I mean, he has to be guilty. You don't do this if you're not guilty.
What do you want from me? Your friend, the girl, could have turned me in. Why didn't she? Say something. Tell me what you want. Can you get me that ring back?
No.
Tell her to bring it back.
I can't. The police have it by now.
It's like another one. It's not the best weapon. It's like, oh, the light is so...
Lisa! Doyle!
Just gonna go there in front of everybody.
Everybody, like if he's going down, I guess. Why does she move so fast?
Everyone's moving fast.
He speeded up a second.
Yeah, definitely.
Creel! Give me a 38!
He was just on the second floor, but I mean, he's gonna be in another brace.
I think it happened to you.
Shut up, I'm over.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You got enough for a search warrant now?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thorwald's ready to take us on a tour of the East River.
You saying it was buried in the flower bed?
He said the dog got too inquisitive. It's in a hat box over in his apartment.
Want to look?
No, thanks. I don't want any part of her.
I'd love to hear it.
Oh, is that the lonely
Yeah.
heart woman and then that guy
Yeah.
that was always frustrated?
And she, it's his music that she loved.
Oh,
I got a new puppy.
still dancing.
Oh,
See, like I guess like she was saying that's the one she loves.
The Irish made me hungry. What do you got in the icebox to eat?
oh, he meant that literally.
If both guess.
It's tough. He's got a good view.
He does.
And that was Rear Window, Alfred
Yes.
Hitchcock. Natalie, you want me to go first? You want to go first?
Sure, I'll hear your thoughts first.
Okay. So it's harder when you've watched today because it's inspired so many things that my mind was kind of guessing along the
True.
way. But for this movie, again, going back to 1954, I think the originality and the idea behind it and the way
Yeah.
that he executed, no pun intended, but the way that he executed this movie, I think was very creative, and I can see
Yes.
how it led to many people kind of copying the format that he did with this movie. Because I mean, if you think about it, this movie's around an hour and 45 or so minutes, and it's really just in one place. But yet they do a good
Yes.
job of keeping you
I was thinking about
interested
that.
with all that's going on, with all the different people. So I really appreciated this movie, actually.
And probably at the time, especially.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm
coming out,
saying.
You'd be like, "Oh my gosh, the suspense
Yes.
here is killing me," So it, like, because you said it was a very creative idea,
Yes.
and even just to be kind of mainly at one location and then watching the set, like of these
Mhm.
different characters. But it was a very interesting idea. And then I also enjoyed like their relationship dynamic
Yes.
between him and like I loved when she was on screen. I was like the
Mhm.
most captivated. So I get why, she's Grace Kelly, I guess.
Yeah.
Does have that movie magic. But yeah, I enjoyed it though.
Yes, I enjoyed this. So what would I rate this movie? And I will say I'm a fan of other like genre or other movies, TV shows that have, heavily copied this format.
Yes.
So what would I give Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window? I think for the time it would be like a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll just go with that. I think that again, it's hard for our minds when we've seen so much come after it. But if you were there when this came out, and even now, when I say that, even now it's still a very good movie.
Right.
It holds up because it was original and it was so well done. Like for me on entertainment, it'd be like maybe a 4.5 to 5 hoots. It was I was very impressed by it. I thought it was a very good movie.
Me too. Well done. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 hoots myself.
Yeah. So
yeah, I enjoyed it.
That is our thoughts on Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. What do you guys think of this movie? Did you grow up watching it? What is your favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie? Share your thoughts below. And if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right. Bye, guys.
For the full unedited reaction, become a member of Force of Light Entertainment's Patreon. The Patreon you should be on every single day.